Hello, my sexy muffins. Now, before we actually get to the video, here is a shout out to Gav Imp, or Gav on other things. Gav Imp is the one who created this of Alto Clef, and this of Alto Clef and Benjamin Kondraki, and that. And they are both wonderful, wonderful. They are beautiful, and she created them, so she gets all credit for them. I will have her the link for the Benjamin Kondraki one and such in the link description, and her Tumblr in the description as well. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy. And now to the intro. Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are doing Mutual Yanderes Alto Clef. He will be the bottom for this so far, but he's kind of a switch. And with Benjamin Kondraki as Yandere as well. They're mutual Yanderes for each other. And it's an alpha, beta, omega universe where Benjamin Kondraki is the alpha and Alto Clef is the omega. We're doing a little loop-de-loop here. And yes, this also has male pregnancy, so if that does not make you feel good, you can leave now. As you know from the Alpha, Beta, Omega universe, it's all that jazz, so let's get to it. Disclaimer, Kondraki and Clef are not Yandere for each other at all in canon, and they're also not Alpha, Beta, Omega in canon, and they are also not, what is it called? A canon couple. But somewhere in the multiverse, yes, they very much could well be a canon couple in the multiverse and such. And do all this other stuff. But is what it is. Anyways, let's do this. But first, some traits of how Alto Clef and Kondraki mesh as Alpha and Omega, and some maybe sneak peek stuff for future chapters. Okay, so obviously Kondraki is the Alpha and such, and Clef is the Omega. Without too many spoilers, Alto Clef, from experience and stuff, acts more like an Alpha and possibly has hid his gender for some time, pretending to be an Alpha and such, and all that jazz. And obviously he acts like one because his personality traits lean him more to acting like that instead of a traditional Omega. So he would only submit to his Alpha, which his Alpha is eventually obviously going to be Kondraki. Kondraki is like the only one he will submit to. As of this point, we have some possible rivalries in the future, but and Kondraki is the only one who is not the only one, but is the one that, since Clef will only submit to him, Kondraki is fine with him not submitting to anyone else, because only he is good enough for his Omega to submit to. His Omega doesn't have to submit to anyone else. And if they try to, he's going to kick their ass along with his Omega, so yeah. They bounce off each other really good like that, and also with trauma and such, Kondraki is very sensitive and consented to stuff. I can't give away spoilers yet, but he's consented to maiden and stuff without forcing a bond or anything or such, because he respects his Omega as such. And you will see that in a few chapters coming up, actually. Anyways, I think that's it. And yeah, for you to know that Alto acts like an Alpha a lot of the times, and Kondraki's fine with it, as long as it's his Omega. That's all I can give right now without spoiling anything, so let's do this! So, it all began when Alto Clef was pregnant with his wife, Lily. Yeah, his wife's name is Lily. With his wife, Lily. His pregnancy had been hard and cruel. It was all natural chemicals and such. Well, not chemicals, but all natural foods and meats that Clef had to live on as an Omega, pregnant with his wife, who used very ancient and dangerous practices to get Alto pregnant with her eggs. Yes, it's very complicated. It was dark and cold, and Alto almost had enough. He was about 9 months pregnant and full to the brim with anxiety and doubt. He felt like his world was ending, so he decided to escape. And escape he did. He ran as far and fast away as he could, and he made it to a small village in Ireland. He made it in a nunnery and hid away, hiding his second gender with chemicals as much as he could while he was pregnant with his daughter. This is where he met Benjamin Kondraki, who was on vacation in Ireland at the time, taking photos of the landscape. They had bumped into each other in town. More so, Benjamin had smelled his scent and had been hunting him down, going after him and looking for him for his sweet, delicious scent. The scent blockers obviously not doing their job. That is when they bumped, air quotes around, bumped into each other. Kondraki looks up to see, I mean, Clef looks up to see Kondraki, the man Kondraki, looking down at him. Scruffy black hair, a bowling cap, and a strong alpha scent. Sorry, I had to swallow my spit. Clef looked up and blushed. The alpha scent was strong, but Clef's scent was still slightly muddled with his own alpha. It had Benjamin get a bad taste in his mouth at the secondary smell of an alpha that has claimed him. They looked down and stared at each other. It was awkward and intense, and very much dangerous. There was nothing that they could do and say in this moment. But Clef ran, and Kondraki gave chase. He gave chase going after the Omega. He didn't even catch sight of his face, turned captured by the scent. The scent of the Omega that was on the run from him, and he needed to have him no matter what, and he would. Unfortunately, he lost track of him and wondered if he would ever see him again, ever see his Omega again. He needed him more than anything. Time skip to modern day. It's been about 16 years since that incident, and now a new doctor was at the Foundation. Well, researcher, really. At the Foundation, Dr. Alto Clef. Alto Clef was there with recently brought in there as well. He had raised her in secret and kept his download after living his life on the run away from his mate, protecting his daughter at all cost. He was heartbroken that he would not be able to see her as much, having raised her in a nunnery as a nun, hiding his second gender and his scent. Well, of course, it was never going to be that easy. Not at all. Never that easy. Because today there was a breach. And of course, Alto Clef had started to run low on his heat suppressant pills. And since it's been suppressed so long, it was coming on strong. Of course, it would happen in a breach. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed that. And if you would like to see more Alto Clef and Benjamin Kondraki being Yandere for each other, comment it below, and I will do my best to do it. And yes, again, thank you to Gav Imp for the artwork. They are fabulous. And shout out to my Patreon, which is Gav, who has done the art for the channel, obviously, and I will begin getting commissions from her. So if you want to commission her, you know where to go. Her Tumblr in the description and stuff. All that jazz, because she is fabulous. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron and all that. And then Wicked Brony, my second patron, who is just as fabulous and awesome and beautiful and lovely. Thank you, Wicked Brony. You are fabulous. And thank you both. Okay, and now, if you would like to see more SCP content, there's a playlist at the end of the video, and a video that you can check out, probably was related to Kondraki and Clef stuff, because I have videos originally on both for you to check out and all that. And also remember to make sure you are still subscribed and such, because YouTube likes to be silly and take people off my channel without me knowing, because I think you are spam, and you are not spam, are you? Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Oops, sorry, hiccup. Bye bye.